Famed British baker Mary Berry once said, "Cooking and baking is both physical and mental therapy." A Milwaukee woman who's been enamored with baking since she was a kid will tell you that quote rings especially true when it comes to baking cakes. Monse Ricosa introduces us to the Whisk Chick.
This is a sanitary operation.
This is the Whisk Chick, otherwise known as MK Drayna.
So always attach the cake to the board, otherwise it'll slide around.
Since Drayna was a little girl, she's loved baking.
In high school, I had a really hard time in a classroom setting. It just really wasn't for me. So I had a lot of stress in high school and anxiety, some pretty severe mental health problems, and I just found baking as a way to cope. And you can only really get it so perfect with the spatula.
Now the 25-year-old made her own kind of classroom as a baker, decorator, teacher, and more.
Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Teaching has been like a huge new part of my business in this space.
Drayna started her own business in 2021, only recently moving into a Milwaukee location.
And while it does take over every piece of my life, it's like in the best way. It's so much freedom in being able to choose exactly what I want to do every day. I can't believe that this is my job and I just get to be here and do this all day. Like, I still just feel really, really lucky that it all worked out. I'm going to kind of mark out in advance where I plan on going.
The small business has also become a social media hit with nearly 400,000 followers and millions of likes on TikTok and Instagram.
That vintage trend just like really hit Pinterest at the right time, and I was one of the first people to be posting that style.
A lot of people are talking about the vintage cake trend, right? Everyone's into it. I'm into it.
I think we definitely live in the age where if you're a small business, you need to be on social media. It's been really amazing as a young business owner who started really young, who is pretty social media savvy. That's just like really worked out well for me.
She says 90% of her customers come from social media and more than half from TikTok alone.
I just recently made an 8-tier wedding cake.
Hi, this is the biggest wedding cake I've ever made in my entire career, and I have been so excited to post this.
That cake blew up. It was crazy. It just really doesn't feel real. Like, you can see the number, but it still just doesn't feel impactful. But then like we'll be out and someone is like, "Oh, I follow your TikTok." And that's when it feels like, whoa, this is actually impactful.
Drayna estimates she's made around 2,000 cakes and shows no signs of stopping.
People kind of see the talent and they're really invested. And like I said, I just can't believe this is my job. It's like the biggest privilege. Baking in the grand scheme of things is not like a super important job. You know, I have friends who are like paramedics and like have actual important jobs, but at the end of the day, like, I'm bringing joy to every celebration and people really see value in that, and I'm so glad that they do.
Putting the icing on top of a delicious piece of art for life's most memorable moments.
A lot of people say, "How can I cut into this? It's too beautiful." And I'm like, that's ridiculous. That's what it's made for. It's made to be enjoyed, so just enjoy it. You know, take your pictures and then dig in.
Thanks for watching this CBS 58 Sunday Morning Story. Subscribe here and make sure to tune in to CBS 58 every Sunday morning to see more uplifting stories like this. And check out our other playlists on YouTube. You'll find everything from Everyday Heroes to our CBS 58 Hometown series on CBS 58.